no position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox toting the rock, man. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we face. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
They're going to ride this running back. Thrust that arm out. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
Takes the handoff. It's ball. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. This quarterback part of their running game. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Caught over the middle, it's Jackson. And they're able to get him down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit too for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Breaks into the open. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1, was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. A shot toward the end zone, and it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
That's a nice completion. I know you don't get the first down. You're obviously set up in field goal range here down in the red zone, but because you've got 4th and short now, you may decide to go for this if you're on offense.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. Got enough space, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators!
I love the aggressive nature in the play column there. In the opening drive of the game, you have an opportunity on 4th down, obviously, to just kick a field goal, take the lead early, establish some momentum. Instead, they get aggressive. They go for it, and not just get it, they score a touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. When these two first met in 1937 in Baton Rouge, LSU shut out the Gators. Florida would notch the first road victory in this swampy series when they beat LSU on the Bayou in 1956.
And a lot of history between these two teams because even when there were two divisions in the SEC, this was a constant cross-division rivalry featuring lots of NFL talent and some really dramatic games. I remember being the #1 team in the nation back in 1997, going into Baton Rouge and losing, and the fans rushing the field, tearing down the goalposts. These two teams have unbelievable fan bases and lots of talent on the field.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Offense goes toss play to the right. Now, defensively, if you're going to stop these perimeter runs, your DBs better be able to get off blocks and go make a tackle. And right now, the secondary, they look like they're struggling trying to handle the run game.
Got him downfield. Turning it on. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they're going to have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Makes the catch. It's Durham.
Guys on the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quick release on the RPO. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now, listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
Fires to the big fella. Rams him with the stiff arm. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has it on the doorstep.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Tigers line it up with a 1st and goal. Motion from the wideout. He'll set up to throw. Punts it out of the air. Touchdown, Tiger! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
I think this quarterback just has to be careful with his decision-making. Yes, he's one of the most talented guys in the country, but early in this game, we're now seeing him throw the ball into double coverage. He's very lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He tries to take the top off. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Gators will punt this one away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Anderson. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the 1st quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing ends of the field. Leaves it with the running back. Pass mistakes, and he may get more. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Rush is on him. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
They did, and I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get back to being a dominant team, it's got to be guys like this in the trenches dominating.
He'll take a shot. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. Oh, and he missed it. No good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Takes the handoff. It's ball. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw. It's Lagway. Here's the pressure. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He's looking deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. Made sure that one fell incomplete.
Makes the catch. It's Durham. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Makes the grab. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They'll try to add another to their lead.
Love the play design on offense because you get your playmaker, the guy you want with the ball in his hands. You get him open, Easy throw for the quarterback. Receiver does the rest. Put 6 up on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Lagway. Zings it complete to the right. Ball is free. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
Wants to go up top on first down. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They'll move the wide receiver. The run from the shotgun. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quick strike complete.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. It's complete. Goes out of bounds on the play, and he's got him set up first and goal.
How nice is it in this offense to have a tight end like that guy that can come up with plays for you all over the field? We just saw the big third down catch. He set him up here in the red zone. I like going back to him, maybe lining him and flexing him outside, getting a one-on-one opportunity for him to use his size advantage.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Riding up to add another. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Lets it fly. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has 1 interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the ball goes out of bounds, and it'll be a big loss on the play. If this were a wider field, like maybe in Canada or something, that might have been a turnover.
They could have turned it into a rouge, eh? I mean, this was a great chance by the defense here. I just love the fact that they are flying around and trying to dislodge the football from these ball carriers.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. Looking to throw on 1st down. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Touchdown LSU! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Ready to fire from the pistol. To the air on 1st down. Floating away. And the quarterback will be forced out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage. I think they'll give him a sack.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
The Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown LSU! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the ground, it's ball. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. And he picked up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. The give to the left. Oh, the ball squirts out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
I'll I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Under fire. Picked off to stop the threat. Taking it the other way. He's down at the 27. They can stop the clock, and this is a first down.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. Punch for the tackle. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains.
And I love these offensive coaches going right back to your guy. I believe in you. Just because you fumbled doesn't mean I'm not going to give you the football.
Yeah, he's repaying the favor right now to this coaching staff as well. And doesn't it just seem like he's running with a little bit more juice? He looks like he's ticked off.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Back to pass on second down. Pressure coming. Slides away. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. And the Gators will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Might be changing the route. He'll start this third quarter with a run. There he goes. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Run the gun. The running back looking for room. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
There are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Toss sweep to the right. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
No doubt offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. Deep shot for the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running back searching for a hole. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Finds his tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
The Gators come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Gators send out the punt unit. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. On the ground, it's Durham. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
Running behind that left side. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. They were trying to set up a screen. Instead, what they got was their quarterback putting paper and plastic and sack.
And how about the speed on defense with that rush? Getting to the QB so quickly. You're not expecting to get home on a screenplay like that, but, man, the old saying, speed kills, and you saw it right there.
He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but, man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Right on the money. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Curl route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the first.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got the first down, looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something...
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Sends it downfield. Got it. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
They'll try to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida!
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2.
Number 29 set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. From the gun, the running back has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks, add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he has made some serious plays for this defense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Here's the shuffle pass. It's complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. They'll try to run for it. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
The lone back's got it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Bring in the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Power football with the run. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here late.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there, getting the sack.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. From the gun, the ground game. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert 3rd and short. Grabbed behind the line, it's Berry. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37. He just keeps piling up numbers just with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll toss it to the left. Bulldozes his way through. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for space. It's Ball. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. He'll run it again. Can't get him to the ground. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
I think one of the biggest keys in stopping these big physical running backs is you can never let them get momentum running downhill, and I think that was a big factor on that play. They didn't get him right away. He was able to break a tackle, but he couldn't get the speed going, and as a result, he's going backwards. That's a big TFL for the defense.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And they'll take a knee. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.